Hi everyone, it's Sarah here from Peaceful Pensieve. I've been asked quite a lot on my Instagram about how I manage my uni work using my planners. So I thought it'd be easier to film a video and then it's just up and people can kind of watch it if they've not, if they've missed my stories. So I'm going to explain what I use, how I plan my uni work, my lecture notes, assignments, things like that. And I'll show you kind of the different planners that I use. So I'm going to start with my uni notebook. So I use my undyed B6 Appunto. So this is from Gilio. It's undyed leather. I've had it for, I'd say about 6 months. So it's got kind of marks and patina on. The undyed marks really easily because it's not treated with anything. It's absolutely stunning. Absolutely love it. So yeah. So this has a B6 Stalgion, which is my uni notebook, and also a Muji academic notebook in. So I just got this from online from the Muji shop. And basically this one, the Muji one, is for my assignments only. So I basically use the monthlies to record when I've got assignments due in, and then I tick them off. So it's just an overview basically of assignments. You can see I've put them all in here. And then I also have a list in the notes pages here of all the assignments I've got to do and the ones that I've done. So I just tick them off as I've done them. That's for kind of the rest of this semester what I've got left to do. So yeah, there's more notes pages and stuff, but I literally just use this book purely for assignments just because it's really clear, kind of separated. I could just check each month and be like, right, what's due in? It's just easier like that, I think. So that's what I do with that one. And then this is my notebook for all of my lectures, all my lecture notes. So this is actually the third one this year. I've written so much. I thought I'd use one a year, but no. So I'll show you one of my previous ones. So this was my first one. This acetate is from the Crescent Planner. You can use my code peaceful10 to get 10% off of that. But yeah, this was the first year. And I guess I'll just talk you through what I do. So basically, I number all the pages. As you can see, they're all numbered. And then I use the bullet journal method. So I have an index for just an overall index. And then I have an index for each subject. Let me show you this one because it might have less post-it notes. Yeah, it's easier to see. Then I have an index for each subject. So I can turn to each subject and I've got everything indexed in there. So I index which week it is, which week the lectures are, but I also index what they're about. If there's anything really important, I would index it. Say if I had an assignment, say I had assignment 1 here, and kind of throughout the weeks, there's been various mentions of the assignment on different pages. I could write all the pages that that assignment was mentioned on. So when I go to do the assignment, I can just look back at all those pages, if that makes sense. So I have one for each subject, as you can see. So I really find that the easiest way of doing it. And then, yeah, I've just numbered all the pages. So I can just flip back to them. So if I'm looking at my research stuff and I'm oh, okay, I need to look at ethics for this assignment. I can be okay, it's page 62. Turn to page 62 and it's all on there. My writing is very scribbled because I'm writing so fast when I'm in the lecture. But yeah, I literally write everything down, and genuinely, I think that has really helped me with my assignments and stuff, because some people don't seem to write things down. I don't know how people can keep things in their head. Some people are just really good at that, but I think it means I can look back and I'm not missing anything of what's been said because I've indexed it. I can literally go back to all the things that have been said and I'm not going to miss anything. On that topic. I just think that's been so handy when I've come to do assignments, especially assignments that are to do with stuff that's been happening throughout the module. So actually you need to read back over all your notes, and it would take a lot longer to go back and try and figure out what they've said in the lectures or watch all the pre-recorded lectures, but actually I've got all my notes on it, so I can just read those. And yeah, I just find it so useful. So that's just worked so well for me so far. So yeah, I've filled these two up completely. And I'm on my third one, which I just need to, I do need to catch up on my index because I've been a bit slack. I think I've got quite a few bits to add in, maybe a couple of weeks. Yeah, a couple of weeks to kind of add in to my index. But it's really, really handy. And it's handy as well to have the assignments kind of separate. I think the reason I did this was because I was getting really anxious in the first semester about my assignments and when they were, and I was feeling a little bit overwhelmed. So kind of having them written out in like a calendar type format just really helped me to be like, okay, I know when things are doing, like, you know, keep calm, it's okay. So yeah, and then it's just satisfying to be able to tick things off on the list. So that's why I've done both of those. So yeah, that's like my notebook and all of my notes. So that's kind of exclusively in here. And these tabs, by the way, I just got from Amazon. I think they're called Mirandi. I'll try and link them below. But yeah, they were just from Amazon. I use my label maker to make labels to stick on them. So obviously I've got my notebook, I've got all my notes and everything in here, but that doesn't help me plan for anything. It's just literally my notes and, you know, when things are due, but it's not actually planning stuff out. So what I use to plan stuff out is my gold medium XL. And this is not just for uni, I use it for everything. So it's uni, work, home life, you know, just absolutely everything. Just zoom in a little bit. So this is also from Gilio. As I just said, it's medium XL size, and I use Franklin Covey compact inserts. I've got 25mm rings, and I just find that Franklin Covey size has enough space for me because personal size is a bit thin. So it's kind of a really good middle ground between kind of portability and space, in my opinion. But yeah, so to start off with, I've got a video of my kind of most recent setup that I didn't do too long ago. So kind of check that out if you want to know, you know, what's in all the sections. But I'm just going to talk about my uni stuff today, just because that's the purpose of this video. So I have a monthly section, but that doesn't have any of my uni stuff in. As you've seen, I've got my kind of when my assignments are due in my actual uni book. So it's just like personal stuff in there. But then I have a weekly section that again is just for personal stuff. And this is just a freebie from Peanuts Planner Co. So this is just kind of not uni stuff kind of outside of uni. However, I am going to be moving to these weekly inserts from Paper Test Designs. And the idea is I kind of want to try and combine everything into here. So when I've got like meetings and stuff at uni, I'll put those in as well as other things that I've got. And if I've got kind of, this will be for like events as well. And then if I've got kind of specific to-dos for that day, I can also put them in here to kind of forward plan a little bit. So yeah, it's a bit, annoyingly, when I'm filming this video, it's a bit up in the air still at the moment because I'm not 100% sure how this is going to work until I've used it. And I'm going to be using it obviously for the first time tomorrow. So I will keep you all updated on my Instagram. So feel free to follow me on there if you want to see kind of how it's going and what I've put in it and how it evolves. But yeah, again, this might ending up being, you know, a personal one as well, or it might combine all of them, but I'm going to see how it works. But then I do have a uni section where, again, I've got a monthly with my assignments on, just so that if I don't have my, this is my everyday camera, so I have this with me all the time. So if I don't have my uni notebook with me, I'll be able to, if I do need to quickly refer, you know, when's this due in, I've got it in here. So that makes me feel good about that. So I also have that monthly in my everyday carry. And this is Peanuts Panico insert. And then I've got my little tab here. And what I've done for these tabs is I've just used offcuts of acetate from the Crescent Planner. So when I had acetate and I'd got a bit that, like I said, was an offcut, I just hole punched it and then put little slits in, so it's easy to like move in and out. So that's really handy. So they're what I use for my top tabs. This looks really messy, but it does work for me. So this is where I plan my assignments. And what I do to keep myself motivated is I split my assignments up into like smaller assignments. So I will put like part of that assignment in each bit. So these patchworks here, you can see we've got one big assignment split up into 10 different patchworks. So I've split out each one that I'm going to be doing. So I've got kind of, each day I've got a plan for what I think I'm going to do. Now, a mistake that I made was that one week I planned all of my days out for like a week and a half. And then if, say, an assignment takes slightly longer than you think, or, well, it's mainly slightly longer than you think, then it's an issue because I've already obviously planned it all out. And then it's like, well, great, I've not done any of what I meant to do. So I try and only plan out a couple of days now in advance, like 3 days or even, a week if I have to. But stuff does get like scribbled out, as you can see, as things change. So I would say try not to plan too far ahead when you're doing this, just because you don't know what's going to happen or if something's going to take longer than you expect, all of those kind of things. And then sometimes I like to tick them off when I've done them. I don't necessarily have to do that, but just sometimes it makes me feel happy to tick them off. So yeah, that's how I do that. So you can see like next week, so I had written that I was going to hand something in, but then our lecturer said that she might be doing an extra lecture on it. So if she says anything that I need to change, obviously can't add it at that point. So I've moved that to here and kind of crossed that out. But I've got a couple of meetings in, and sometimes I even put my meetings in this bit, so they're kind of separate from the to-do. But again, I'm not kind of precious on that either. But yeah, so once I've finished today, what I'll do is I'll plan out a couple of days next week, what I think I'm going to do assignments wise for, on a couple of days. And it might be like get this assignment completed, or get like 500 words done, or get like a first draft, or, it doesn't have to be do this assignment, because that's quite a big, sometimes quite a big assignment to do. And I just think having these little goals, for me, helps me get stuff done in time. Now, some people do things really last minute on my course, and that's just how they work, and they're good at that. But for me, I need to be a bit in advance. I find that really stressful, and it takes me quite a while to like go over stuff, cut words out. So for me, I like to set my own deadlines where I split everything up, so I know I'm going to be able to actually manage the workload and get stuff done early, if that makes sense. So that's where I find this really useful, to just like separate out what I'm thinking onto here. So that's when I plan my assignments. And then on my daily to-do list, that has everything. So that's actually yesterday's. I haven't moved my page marker. But yeah, on my daily to-do list, that actually has everything on. So it would have like non-uni work, but also uni work on as well. And then I normally kind of look at my like weekly here, and I'm like, what's the plan I'm doing today? Okay, write that into my daily, and then I can tick it off. And what I do is I use the bullet journal method, so I just tick or I move things forwards if I've not done them. And yeah, I'll be able to tick this off because I'm doing that right now. But yeah, these really aren't pretty. It's just a to-do list, and then this bit's for brain dump, so I can just brain dump whatever I want to do. And if I think about something that I want to do the next day, I might just write tomorrow and then write that down on here, or put that on my weekly. It just works really well because you can kind of, you've got kind of different sections to like get stuff out of your head. So my weekly, I can like plan ahead, like, okay, on Tuesday I'm going to do this bit of this assignment, on Wednesday I might do this bit of this assignment, and then on my daily it's just like where I can focus on what I need to do that day. So it's just that it's just that day. It's kind of, yeah, I guess reduced down to like this day, which I find really helpful. I do always want to do an affirmation to start the day as well. I haven't done that today, and I didn't do that yesterday. So yeah, sometimes I need to get better at that, but that's like the aim, is to kind of write an affirmation a day as well. So yeah, I feel like I've explained my main system so far. So my Media Excel for kind of planning, and my B6 Punto for like notebook, lecture notes, etc., etc. And this is what I've been using the whole year, and it's been working really well for me so far. We do have to do a thesis, so I'm doing a doctorate, so we will have to do a thesis, which is going to be 45,000 words. So I think I'm going to use this whole separate book for that, just because I think it's going to get quite confusing, because if you think about how many of these I get through just in a year, if I've got thesis stuff kind of spread out and I'm in the thesis meeting, I kind of need everything in one place. I don't really want to like carry 4 notebooks to uni, you know, in case they ask me a question that's in one of them. So my plan is to do my thesis in my personal wide. So I've not set it up yet, so I can't show you the setup, but basically what I'm going to have is, in the thesis you have different sections. So you have like literature review, methods, discussion. So I'm going to split stuff up into methods, but into those sections. But I'm also going to have like a section for like supervision, thesis meetings, stuff like that, just so it's all in one place. So yeah, that's my plan there, and it's a really good size, the personal wide page. I think it's very similar to the B6 size, so it's great for kind of notes and stuff. So that's why I've chosen this size for my thesis. So yeah, once, I think it was next year, that's really going to kind of ramp up. So I think over the summer I'm going to take the time to kind of set this up in, you know, the way that's going to work best. And just let me know if you want a video on this once it's set up. I can do one and show you kind of how I'm using it. So yeah, this will come into my system, but it's not yet. But the things that I use all the time are these two. And it's working really well for me so far. It's a little bit complicated to explain because it's easier when it's all in your head, you just kind of know it. So trying to like get that across. I hope I've done that okay. And if you've got any questions or anything, honestly, just write them in the comments, message me on Instagram. That's absolutely fine. And if you've got any suggestions for kind of other videos you'd like to see, just let me know. And I'm more than happy to film them. And just, yeah, thank you to everyone for your support. Followers, subscribers, people that like my video, it's so appreciated. So yeah, I will see you soon in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.